Hey everybody, it's Seth with Magnolia and Steel, and this is Come Have a Seat, where every week someone pulls up a chair and we talk honestly about life, the good, the hard, and everything in between. Today, I'm excited to be here with my good friend, Miss Julie.
Hey, Seth.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So, Julie, tell us a little bit about you.
Okay. My name's Julie Dinwiddie, and I was born and raised here in Allen County. Uh, my parents are Tommy and Nancy Long. My dad's 91 years old, and I'm
That's
still
awesome.
blessed to have him. Mom
Yeah.
passed away in 2018. I married David Dinwiddie in 1990, and he passed away in November. We were 6 days away from 35 years
Yeah.
together.
That's awesome.
But I graduated in 1982, so you can figure out my age pretty quick, but nobody do that. Um, I had 27 years in the school system
Okay.
as a primary teacher. I taught first, second, third during the years I was there, and I was kind of demoted. I started out in second, and then went to third, and then went to first. I'm like, there's not much left for maybe janitor,
Right.
if I don't retire pretty
Right.
soon. But I enjoyed my years there.
What was your favorite grade?
First.
First. Yeah.
They're funny.
Yeah.
They tell you everything that their parents do not want them to tell you at
Yes,
school.
I know.
And
I taught kindergarten for a couple years at a Christian academy, and what you say in front of your kindergartners, they go and tell their teacher.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they take everything literal. You not a lot of joking with that age.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
a lot of times parents would call and say, "I don't think you really said this."
Uh-huh.
So when we kind of made them under, but
Right.
the kid would take you exactly
Yeah.
at what you said. There wasn't much wiggle room with them.
Right.
But first was my favorite.
If you had to go back, would you do it again?
I don't know if I can keep up with them now, but
Yeah.
they were the funniest and fun. Uh, One of my good friends, Leanne and Farley, and I talked together, and that year they were going to do a 1-2 split. We'd have some first and some second. I said, "Oh, it'll be so much fun! It'll be great. We'll love it." And we had adjoining rooms, and about mid-October, she knocked on the door and put her finger through the door and pointed, and I went to the door and I said, "What do you need?" She said, "You said we were going to have fun. When does the fun begin?" We're mid-October. We're not having a lot of
Right.
fun yet, but first graders were really fun. And I worked 23 years as a part-time EMT with ambulance service.
Okay.
And that was
While you taught school.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I'd work summers and
Yeah.
then some vacations while we were off school,
Yeah.
and also did the billing, insurance
Okay.
billing, and
Yuck.
but I learned a lot.
Yeah.
So now if I have any trouble, I'll just say, this is how insurance.
Uh-huh.
You haven't done so and so, and they're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So
funny.
sometime David would be embarrassed because I would kind of tell them they weren't billing correctly
Right.
at a doctor's office. But that was interesting too. Met a lot of neat people
Yeah, I'm sure.
through the ambulance
Yeah.
service. And I'm a member of White Plains Baptist Church, and I was saved at 9 years old.
Okay.
But I was born in 64. There I go again. And the church formed in 65. So
Okay.
for years, I was the youngest in the church.
Yeah.
And Doc Williams would ask me, "How old are you?" And I'd say, "I'm 10. He said, "Okay, we've got so many years left on the heating and cooling system."
Okay.
They judged everything by how old I was for a
Yeah.
long time.
That's so funny.
But
Yeah.
I've been.
So you don't remember not being in church?
No, I've been in church all my life.
Yeah.
Never. I
Yeah.
was in the nursery, in the nursery.
That's me. Mom and dad. Dad's always preached, and I don't ever remember not being in church.
I never got up on Sunday morning and said, "Are we going to church today?"
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and everybody used to laugh because I've never liked Disney stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I got to thinking, we go to church on Sunday night, and Disney was on like at 6 o'clock. Well,
Right.
we were at church. I
Yeah.
never watched
You
Wonderful
never
World of
right.
Disney. So just stuff like that has never,
Yeah.
that. And Wednesday nights,
Yeah.
I've always been in church.
Yeah. I had that conversation with Dad one time. It was never a question whether or not.
Yeah,
We knew
never.
Saturday night that we were getting up Sunday morning to go to church,
Yeah.
and I'm thankful for that.
Oh, I am too.
Yeah.
And I know going to church shouldn't be a habit, but I do think sometimes it's a good
Yeah.
habit to be in,
Yeah, for sure.
to train
Yeah.
yourself to go.
Most definitely. I got some questions for you.
Okay.
Are you good if we jump
I'm
in
good.
here?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay. What conversations do you think we need more of?
To be kind to one
Yeah.
another.
Mm-hmm.
You never know what the person you encounter is going through. They may
Yeah.
look happy and smiling on the outside, but you don't know what they're going through on the
Right.
inside. And just try to remember to be kind. And I've had a little trouble getting some medical things for my dad, and I've thought a couple times I ended that conversation not real kind,
Uh-huh.
and I've kind of kicked myself all week that I
Right.
wasn't a little kinder to people. But I just think we're not kind enough to each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Always room to be.
that's part of it.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
and you want to be treated kindly, but
Yeah, most
it's
definitely.
easy sometimes not to be that way. And
Yeah,
that's something I try to struggle with every day is to be kind to someone that
yeah,
day.
yeah. Like you said, you never know what
No,
somebody
you
else
don't
is
know.
going
And
through.
Facebook, everything looks good, and you think
Uh-huh.
everybody's happy, and
Yeah,
but you don't know
you don't
what
know.
they're going through.
Right.
So, and you might be the only blessing they get that day. So,
Yeah,
how you treat them or what you say or do might make
yeah,
a difference in their life.
yeah, for sure. What's something small that brings you joy?
My puppy Mia.
Uh-huh. Yeah, she's so tiny. She's the
Yeah,
sweetest
yeah.
thing.
We've come a long way. I was 18 years younger the last puppy we had, and
Okay.
she was determined to rule the roost,
Uh-huh.
and she does.
Yeah.
And we took a. It was quite an adjustment.
Uh-huh.
There were nights I wasn't ready for. David wanted a dog, and he just had her delivered one
Uh-huh.
Sunday, and I turned around and walked out and
Uh-huh.
stayed gone 2 hours till I calmed down. But I couldn't make it without her
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
But I would go upstairs, her right on my heels, biting my heels, and
Uh-huh.
run upstairs and shut the door just
Yeah.
to get a minute.
Right.
But we've made it. She knows she's the queen, and
Uh-huh.
I'm just the
Right.
lowly maid.
Yeah.
So it all works out
It
for
all
her.
works out good. Yeah. She is the sweetest thing though.
She's a man, and she loves everybody.
Uh-huh.
I've never had a dog that loved
Yeah.
everybody. They had certain people, but
Right.
she loves
Everybody.
everybody.
Yeah, that's awesome.
She loves to go to the bank. We go to the bank, and they give her treats. They spoil her, so she's just
Yeah.
yeah, she's my sidekick.
Yeah. What's something you are surprisingly picky about?
Well, you can't tell by looking, but food.
Food.
I will try nothing.
Oh, I'm the same way.
I only eat what I like. And my
Uh-huh.
mother used to say, "But you don't know if you don't try." And I said, "Well, I
Uh-huh.
can tell by looking.
Uh-huh.
I don't
I
like
can
that.
tell by looking, I can tell by the smell. I know for sure I'm just not gonna like it.
I don't like any." It's taken me a long time to eat a tossed salad. I mean, I
Uh-huh.
started that maybe 20 years ago. I
Yeah.
wouldn't eat a salad because it was all
Uh-huh.
jumbled up.
Yeah. I don't like anything to
Mm-mm.
touch.
No, I
Yeah.
don't either.
Yeah.
I wanted to steal one of the plates when I left school that had
Uh-huh. The
everything,
dividers.
dividers, but
Yeah.
I just, I don't know. And David, he would eat anything. And
Uh-huh.
I'm like, he'd say, "Don't you want a bite?" No, 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 I
No.
don't.
Uh-uh.
But I'm really picky about
It
now.
gives me really bad anxiety when somebody's wanting me to try something
Yeah,
and I'm just like, I can't do it.
no.
I can't.
And, but I'm not a big, I don't know. I just don't like all things mixed together unless I
Uh-uh.
kind of know what's in there.
Right.
I got to have made it to know
Right.
what's
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, food's a picky
Picky
thing.
thing. Yeah.
Yep.
If someone were pulling up a chair with you today, what would you want them to hear? And I think this can be past, present, relative, famous person, anybody you'd want to sit down and talk to.
Oh, I got to pick a person I want to talk to. Probably, I guess my mother.
Yeah.
She's been gone since 18, and um, she was a home ec teacher, so she could cook. I inherited none of that.
Uh-huh.
And I still to this day that when I go to make meatloaf or salmon patty, I'm like, do I put an egg in both of them? Do I put an egg? And I want to go call her
Right.
because I can't remember some things.
Yeah.
And but I'd like to talk to mom again and just
Yeah.
sometime I think I have no direction either,
Yeah.
sense of direction. And my dad and I'll be in Bowling Green or somewhere, and I know she's going. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know where they're going.
Mhm.
And
I'm horrible with directions.
up north is up and south is down.
Uh-huh.
It's
Yeah.
that's to me.
Yeah.
But I'd like to talk to mom.
Yeah.
Um, she was funny. She never liked her hair messed up, so that
Uh-huh.
was always our joke.
Okay.
And I'm kind of the same way, so I laugh sometimes at
Uh-huh.
some of the things. I'm like, Mama, you gave me. I wish you made me cook, but you've
Uh-huh.
given me some of these
Uh-huh.
traits of yours
Right.
that I don't need. but
um,
I'd like to talk to her again.
what's something you would want her to hear?
Well, we're making it.
Yeah. Yeah.
My dad always said you'd been better off if I had passed first because you and your mom had, you all could do things
Mhm.
together. But I just would like her to know, we're making it. I'm
Yeah.
not doing things exactly the way you did it.
Yeah.
Daddy and I are making it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's sweet. Okay, this is one we ask everybody. What's your favorite or what's your comfort show, song, and meal?
My show is The Golden Girls.
Okay, you love the Golden Girl.
And it's funny. There's one episode that is my favorite. It's when they're broken into.
Uh-huh.
And I had the lines memorized. But I know it's crazy, but sometimes I would have it on. I'd be in the bathtub or something. I'd have the TV on and hear that, and I'm like, tomorrow's gonna be a good day because I
Uh-huh.
saw that,
Right.
and just something about that show. It makes you laugh,
Yeah.
and you kind of forget.
Yeah.
But that's one of my favorite
Yeah.
comfort. I can watch it. No, things will be all right.
Yeah, for sure. What about your song?
Um, it's God is God is good. God is
Uh-huh.
so good. God is so good. I
Uh-huh.
think's the name of it.
Okay.
I don't know who the original singers were, but I saw it on Facebook about 3 years ago, and it's a family on a back porch,
Yep.
and it's the homegoing of the dad,
Right.
grandfather,
Right.
and they're in shorts, just singing, and they have beautiful
Yes.
voices,
It's wonderful.
and I've got it saved
Yeah.
on my phone, and when I walk, I play that over and over and over. But I just think their voices, they're just regular people
Yeah.
singing. But I
Yeah.
thought, what a way to sing that family
Yeah.
member home,
For
because
sure.
it's a
For sure.
wonderful song.
Yeah. I watch it every time it comes across my
Is that
my
is it
newsfeed.
God is
God is so good, I
God is
think.
so
Yeah.
good? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. What about your favorite meal? Comfort meal?
Well, me, I really don't know that I have a meal. My favorite comfort food would be French fries.
French fries. Yeah, I
Yeah,
love a French fry.
yeah.
Yeah.
French fries are it.
What made you say yes to taking a seat today?
Well, I said no.
I know you did.
I think first, but you've always been so good to me, and I just thought I need to
Well,
repay
I appreciate
that
that,
because
but
you're so good to me.
no, you and David from day one have been supporters of me, even out on Perrytown
Yeah.
Road, and I can't thank you enough for that.
Well,
But I do have a funny story about David if you
yeah,
wanna hear it.
yeah,
Okay. So David was coming to do prom flowers for I think a granddaughter.
yeah.
Okay. So I had ordered everything he'd asked for, and when he got here I wasn't here. I was out delivering or something. And Melinda had just started. And Melinda, when she started, she could make an arrangement, but she'd never been taught how to make an arrangement. So David got here and said, "You're going to make an arrangement today."
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
So she just instantly became a nervous wreck. And so he told her what to get, how to fix her pot or her container, and she got it all ready. And then he said, "Now, before you cut that, you need to let that speak to you." And she looked at him like, "Do what?" And he says, "That'll speak to you and it'll tell you what it wants you to do." And she said, "Okay." And I had no clue what he meant by it. But he meant that the shape of it naturally
Mhm.
will kind of direct you in the path that you need to go. So I get here and I can tell she's just a nervous wreck. She is a nervous wreck. And he was like, "Now you can get 3 cuttings out of that.
Oh
Don't
yeah.
waste any
Oh
of your
yeah.
stuff because
Yeah.
you're throwing money away. Don't throw that away. You're wasting
Yep.
Seth's money. Don't throw that away." So I got here. She was a nervous wreck, and I said, "Well, Melinda, do you want me to take over now?" And she was like, "Oh God, yes." Yeah, but he taught us how to do prom flowers that year. And it was our first year doing really big stuff. And he taught us how to do corsages and how to do a handheld bouquet. Uh, and I'm so thankful for that
Well,
because,
he says you are him.
uh huh,
When he got out of the army in college and opened his first floors, he said, I had long hair
uh huh,
and I wasn't afraid to step out of the box and do what anybody asked. He
yeah,
said, you're the same way. You'll
yeah,
just do whatever and try something. But
yeah.
he always says he just remember you're just like he was. So I guess there's just a kindred spirit
Yeah,
between you
yeah.
two.
Well, I I miss him for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me too. He had a way his mind
uh
worked.
huh,
He could see the minute he started something what it was going to look like,
yeah,
and I'd have to get a piece of paper, magic markers, crayons, and he'd have to finish something for me to get it.
right,
I couldn't get it,
right.
but we do floats and things at church, and people are like, we don't know what he's.
I know,
I said, just go with it. Just go with it. You'll
right.
get there.
Yeah,
If you have, just go behind him and pick up the pieces.
uh
That's
huh,
what I do.
yeah,
But he
yeah,
just, he knew the minute he planned something what it was going to look like.
uh huh,
I'd tell him, I said, you're already done and on to the next project, and I'm sitting here like I have not a clue what you're talking
right.
about.
Yeah.
But
I told Lee to Ann last week, like I just know when I start something how I want it to be when it's done.
yeah,
And if I have to work myself to death to get it that way, that's how it's gonna have to be, or
but you're creative,
I can't stop
and
and
creative people they just think different than we do.
Was he messy?
Oh, my mother would go pick up one of our dogs and take him to our house, and she called. She said, "I would kill him, Julie. I would kill him." I said, "What, Mama?" She said, "He had he had a saw. He had sawed wood in the. I said, I know, Mama. I'd
In the
hoped that
house.
in the house. I hoped he had cleaned that up before he
Uh-huh.
went to work, but he didn't. But he had been sawing on something because it was cold out,
Uh-huh.
and he didn't
Yeah.
want to be out in the garage, so he was just sawing in the living room and the dust,
Uh-huh.
and he liked to use the aerosol adhesive,
Uh-huh.
and then you'd go to pick up something, and it was stuck
Stuck. Yeah.
to whatever,
Yeah.
because he'd gotten it all over everything. But oh yeah, he was a mess. But that's creative
Yeah.
people too.
The
They
girls
just
love it when I'm gone for the week. If I ever go on vacation or anything like that, they de-set the shop.
yeah,
So they get rid of all the stuff they don't think I
yeah,
need. They throw my junk away, and they organize everything when
yeah,
I'm not here. Because if I'm here, it bothers me to know that
yeah.
you're gonna throw
That yeah,
something away.
yeah.
Or
David, until the last probably 10 years, did he start throwing anything away?
yeah.
We saved every block of wood,
Mm-hmm.
everything,
Yeah.
because you could use that
You
at
could
some
use it.
point.
Yeah, for sure.
Even the rugs off the floor we
Uh-huh.
used on a camel on the church floor.
I've heard about that.
So
Yeah.
he was just one of those people that he said to him everything was a tool. God gave you
Right.
things to use. He
Yeah.
didn't give it to you to set up on the if
Right.
you could use it, use it.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
I said, well, we sure did.
I love that. I love that. Do you have any questions for me?
When did you know you were creative? What made you know?
Um, when I was little bitty, Mom could give me a thing of Scotch tape and a roll of receipt paper, and I know that's the craziest thing ever, but ad machine tape,
Uh-huh.
and I would make hats and I would make decorations and everything out of that receipt tape, and I just always remember making and creating something. So
Wow.
I don't ever know when. I couldn't tell you when I knew I was creative. I've just always been creative. But the floral side of everything, I'll try really hard not to cry talking about it. But the floral side of everything comes from my granny. Yeah, she didn't have a lot, and we would actually go to the cemetery and we would take old flowers from the cemetery and we'd come home and we'd play flower shop and we would recreate all of this stuff with those
Wow.
old ugly flowers, and she would put them on her dining room table like it was the prettiest thing she ever had.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
sweet memory.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a sweet memory.
Yeah.
Well, David, his mom was a twin, and
Uh-huh.
his mom and her sister were influential with him. They
Yeah.
they could do anything in the yard, grow
Yeah.
anything,
Yeah.
and he got that from them. And I think his love of flowers
Yeah.
came from his mom and aunt.
Yeah. That's sweet.
But
Any other questions for me?
no, I don't
Okay.
think so.
No.
I don't
Okay.
think so.
Well, I really do
Well,
appreciate you
thank
coming.
you.
Yeah, I know
I hope
you.
this one doesn't ruin your ratings.
No, not at all. And I know you were nervous, and I know you originally told me no, but I do appreciate you
Well,
coming on.
I appreciate all you do for me and the community.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
You're
that. I love being here, and as my granny would always say, I'm really proud of Scottsville. Yeah,
Yeah.
she loved her community.
Well,
So
I am too. I know
you know,
people talk about Scottsville, but I wouldn't want to live anywhere else.
no, I wouldn't either. I'm happy you're
So,
just right here.
me too.
Yep. All right.
All right.
Thanks for pulling up a chair. I'm glad you were here. Now let's see if this thing will cut off today because it's not been working for me. Nope, it's not gonna work.